Well, y'all, as you can see, friends and family, we're back in the focus. And it is, the 30th of December. At a balmy 79 degrees. Yep. That's a little unbelievable, even for us here in the deep south. And if you're looking to the north, like I am, you're seeing it's extremely dark and ominous out there. Currently, it's quiet. But you can see from the flag, that big storm front just to our north is pulling up wind and moisture from the Gulf, from the south to southwest. And she's growing. And I've been keeping a watch on the weather all throughout the night again. So, it's one of those nights you don't get a lot of rest. You try to sleep, but you really can't. You're just sort of up and down. And I know a lot of people will say, well, you shouldn't live in fear. Well, I don't live in fear, but I don't want to be taken by surprise either. That just to me seems to be common sense. Maybe it's not so much anymore. I don't know. But I also realized today, after finishing up reading y'all's comments and seeing all the many wonderful family traditions that y'all also practice, some similar to my own family's, some, that were different. And that's okay. That's what makes America great. I finally realized, though, it's been a while since I took the old focus out. With Christmas and that, I haven't went out much. And if you'll notice, I took a few days off from making videos. And I know after a couple of days, some of y'all got a little bit worried. And I do want to apologize for that. Maybe I should have put a community post out. But if you don't got the little bell clicked on and selected all modifications, then you don't see it anyway. Just a reminder. As well as you don't see every video popping up in your notifications, which might be good for most, but not so good for many of y'all here in our small community on YouTube. But I thought I'd take the opportunity today, since I was in between things, and just wanted to get out, let the focus stretch its legs. She gets restless sitting in the driveway. To just touch base with all of y'all. And I was just tired of sitting around in the house. Of course, I was busy doing some things. Nothing of great major, recourse. Tidying up a little. Thinking about what to cook for tonight for dinner. Whether that would incorporate leftovers from Christmas, which there still are quite a few. Yep, and I still am undecided whether it'll be sandwiches, salad, or some type of leftovers. Well, I'll just have to wait and see. But I do hope this day finds you all safe, well, and happy with your families. I do know this particular storm front is spanning many, many states. Surely is. So many are in the bullseye again on this Thursday, December the 30th. But I thought I'd take a ride down through here. We were just on Old Ice Plant Road, and I've talked about that before. Oh, you see that old chimney and fireplace there on the right? Yeah, with the B on it. Every time I see one of those, you know, that's from an old home site. And of course, that's made out of that red brick. They call it Chicago fire brick. It's actually solid inside. And there are people who will come by and try to buy that fireplace for nothing more than to salvage the brick. But we're heading on down here, and this whole place is now growed up. Got some of them there fancy homes on it. The city folk done came. But it's beautiful down in here. I'm gonna roll down the window for us, since with all of y'all crowded on in the car. There is getting to be a little bit warm in here. But anywho, as I wander along in my mind and thoughts, and of course talking with all of y'all, it's hard for me to keep my mind on track. Well, there's some more new construction there. And I'm sure in the coming years, there'll be much, much more. As you can see right now, it's fairly still extremely rural. Woo, those clouds don't look good out there. They just don't, do they? No, they don't. There are some big storm edges out there. And I'm just hoping they stay up in the sky and they dissipate. Of course, I'll probably be wrong. It's been a strange year. Even stranger than 2020. Even if I would have thought it couldn't get no stranger, it has. But the weather we're seeing now isn't like I can't remember being this way. Oh, a couple years in my past. Because I know it has. And I can remember it. I remember one year, even though the year itself escapes me, where me, the kids, the wife, and all of us went outside and set up their new yard games and played, you know, badminton, stuff of that nature that they got for Christmas. You know, that was back when we did those kind of things. Played stuff like badminton out in the yard. Yeah, lawn darts. Back when you had to be a parent or one of your children would get maimed and severely injured. I don't even think you can buy lawn darts anymore. Probably for the best. Now, I still see some lots down here for sale. It's not all built up yet, but just in the 26 years I've lived here, this used to be nothing but a dirt road. Now they done paved it, and people are coming, and I am sure when times get better, they'll come again. Yep, there we got a dirt patch right there. I'm sure they were putting in some type of infrastructure. Yeah, the focus was spinning a little bit. That's a bad place to have that there red clay on a hill like that. Old folks ain't got no four-wheel drive. About the only thing I could have done was, you know, got the flux generator going and went back, you know, about 5 minutes in time, where I would have known, don't go no further. A lot of construction equipment sitting over here off on the sides. So that means more growth. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe not. And this road here is right now following the shorelines of what is known as the Yates Reservoir. Yep. Or, as locals here around my area call it, the middle pond. And I'm sure you can see now, we got raindrops starting to fall on the windshield. And they're getting bigger. So I guess our ride is about to become terminated. Of course it was going to be anyway. Because we get on down here, this dead ends right here. And off beyond that is one of the woods that I often walk through. Which still, along the shores and in all that there acreage, has nothing built upon it. Surely hope it stays that way while I'm still able to walk across it. But the window's gonna have to come up, and unfortunately we're gonna have to turn on the wipers. But I was pleased in reading the comments to see how many fond memories all of y'all had with your children and grandchildren, and still are participating in to this day. And for many of our community, it brought up memories that for some they haven't thought about in a long, long time. And it's about time we all did. Because we still all got time to make more memories. And quit worrying about what is the latest thing that's going to wipe us out. And that was another reason why I just sort of took some time off from all social media. I just tired of all the hype. And looking back over 2020 and 2021 and looking at my list of all the ways mainstream media and social media said we were about to get severely impacted, starve, die, what have you, 99.9% of it didn't materialize. Not saying it couldn't at any moment. It could. And of course, if you always listen carefully and read carefully, that's one word that'll be in there. Could, another one's may, another one's might, possibility, possible. Well, in all truth, folks, most of y'all know by now, anything at any time is possible. Oh, we're gonna have to step up. Excuse the wiper. Whew. Apparently I got some oil on the windshield. I know it's cracked, it's old. I'm older. As long as it don't leak, I'm happy. But that's just truth of things. Anything is possible at any time in anyone's life, anytime throughout history. It's always been that way. Yeah, they're squeaking. Sort of music. Windshield wiper music. I mean, look how green that field is off to the left. Now, that was a cornfield, I'm thinking. Not sure. Hard to say. Might have been cotton field. Oh yeah, it's cotton field. I see some cotton. Some remnants looking out there. And they came back and drilled in some type of cover crop. Now I'm thinking winter wheat. Yep. We don't grow much spring wheat in the south because of disease. I think it's rust. and that, but we do and are capable of growing quite a bit of winter wheat. I mean, when I say quite a bit, nothing like, you know, out in the central part of the U.S. or up in the northern west, places like that grow primarily a lot of wheat. You know, you'd be surprised. Montana, yeah, they grow a pile of it, as well as Iowa, all those states, Kansas. And if I left out yours that grow it, I'm sorry. I'm just getting old and can't remember. This ride ain't about facts. It's about just loosening up the focus and clearing my mind, or loosening up my mind. See, the holidays, they're hard times for many people. I'll just touch on that briefly. We all know depression is real. And I think we're all smart enough to know that depression comes and weighs heavily on people's minds, more so during the holidays. I think that's just given fact, medical and scientifically speaking. Of course, common sense would say that. That's when we miss all those that we no longer can share our holidays with. Parents, grandparents, great-grands, some children, grandchildren even. Oh yeah, aunts and uncles. The list just goes on and on. So it does make it hard. Especially if you're, living alone. Which I might add, if you are. Hopefully you have a furry friend or two to share your life with. I mean, I would be just way too sad and miserable if it wasn't for Gracie and the kitty crew. And before that, it was my dear Trixie and Merle. And before that, there were so many others. And my first suggestion for any of y'all that can, and I know it might put you out a little bit, but it'd be okay. Go ahead and get you a pet of some type to share your life with in 2022. Yeah. Get you a kitty if you're so inclined. Or maybe a puppy. A doggy. Hopefully it'll be a rescue one, regardless of what you get, because there's so many of them in the shelters that are hoping for a happier new year in 2022 too. I mean, just think about that. They're sitting in cages right now. You're sitting at home. And you want to make somebody's 2022 special? You go to your animal shelter, private or public, and pick you out a furry friend. They don't got to be adorable. No, they'll still be a character. And in a small way, you can make a Furry Friends 2022 amazing. And I do believe you'll find it will make yours all the more better. Yep. Now I'm chock full of Furry Friends at the moment. Even Spooky was saying, it's taxing our budget, Papa. There's always more beans than rice, Spooky. He's so about the money. My little accountant kitty. Gracie, she just loves everybody. The more the merrier. Speedy, she don't really care. Magoo's getting better though. Just a little update there. Don't run off quite as quickly anymore. He may just sort of saunter off now. Never goes too far. So we've made real progress. He ain't big on Mr. Gray, and now we got another big orange and white tabby. He or she's huge, there ain't no doubt. Of course, Magoo ain't no slouch anymore either, and Spooky ain't. Mr. Gray and I don't know what to call that big yellow and white tabby. I'm thinking about Garfield because he's sort of grumpy. But we got about all we can handle. But if you're not a cat and dog person, maybe you're a reptile person. I hear they can be loving too. Or maybe you want to get you a bunny, a gerbil, a hamster. Or like my great grandma, she always had those lovebirds and parakeets. Even though they don't quite live as long as she would have liked, she was always so sad when one passed. She loved her birds. And she wasn't full-blown crazy on them, let them run around the house and fly everywhere like some people do these days. They were in their cage, they were well taken care of. They always got their cover put on at night so they could go to bed. Cage was always well clean because I helped great-grandma do that. They were always well fed and watered. And she could take them out and hold them. On occasion, she'd let me hold one. Not often. But, you know, when I wasn't there, Mama wasn't there, and all she had was great Uncle Charlie, those birds, they kept her company too. As she read her science fiction books in the big overstuffed chair in her humble little living room in that there 3rd story basement of the big house. And we're not all that far from home, so y'all don't worry about old Mr. Tom getting blowed away. Yep, I may be old and get a little senile, but I'm not going to get too far away from the house with what we got going on currently to the north and coming in from the west. I just wanted to ride around some, chat with all of y'all, see how your day was going, what your thoughts are. Maybe, you know, tomorrow I'll do a video on what I see coming in 2022. I think you'll understand that most times Mr. Tom's viewpoint sort of swims against the stream of mainstream media and social media. Yep. But so far, haven't been proved wrong. You know what? If you keep throwing stuff out there, you know, keep bringing up all these possible ways humanity can die, and you know, eventually you're going to be right. You just got to keep repeating. Yeah, and then you can say, see, we told you about this 2 years ago, or last year, or 3 months ago. Yeah. You know, I'd rather, you know, now, I just try to do my own analyzing. And if it looks probable, and I can possibly do something about it, I might. But for most of what has been brought up the last few years, there ain't a whole lot old Mr. Tom could have done about any of it. Nope. Woo! There was some strong lightning. So, yep, we better want to take it on in the house and see how close those storms are. I can see them while we're out here riding. And maybe with luck, we'll be able to get all this out to y'all that have expressed concern whether we're doing okay here, me and the kitty crew. As always, I got Gracie on weather alert standby. You know, she does have her own cell phone, right? Even though it's hard to understand her because she gets so panicked. I do recognize her number. I know something must be up at the house if she's already pawed my number in and called me. I'm just saying. But I'm going to do my darndest next year, and I hope y'all will, to do everything I can to make 2022 better than 2020 and 2021. Surely am. I'm going to focus more on me, kitty crew, my place, and my little small area of the world where I can do my best and have the greatest impact. Yes, I am. Yep. We just outside the neighborhood now. You can see gas still 309 here at the Bolero. Yep. I think it's 307 up at Buddy's. Well, I don't know if you can see it. This here front's moving in quick. It won't be long that little bit of sunshine to the south will be gone. Because over my little neighborhood, it is nice and black and gray now. We've had to turn on the headlights. Right in front of you, you can see the front crossing over my small town. It's moving fast too. Woo! We're having some lighting. Okay, time to go. That'll get your blood flowing. I'm just saying. That was extremely close. You can see, street lights came on. Woo, I know Gracie, kitty crew, they're just probably all worried to death. Where's Papa? He better make it back. Of course, I'm sure they're all praying for me. The thing that's always unnerving when these fronts come in, and this one's, as you can see, descending down from the north. So it's sort of dropping from the north, but moving west, easterly. Never a good situation. The only worst way for us to get storms is when they come in from the southeast or east. Well, we're back here at the old home place, and I'm not going to dilly-dally because it's about to rain a bunch. Yep, here it comes. Hang on, folks. Well, it would appear we did not make it out of the car. And she's got some wind to her. Oh my God, that's hail. Did you see that? That's hell, y'all. We're going into the carport. Well, y'all, I pulled into the carport as much as I could, and I know what you're going to be saying. I should get the carport cleaned out so I can put the vehicles in it. Yeah, well, I got all kinds of stuff for the house in here right at the moment. I think you can hear the lightning and thunder, and I don't know if you caught that rather large hail beating up the Focus. I think the hail's passed on by now. This was not my intent to be out in this today, just so all of y'all know. It wasn't to make an amazing video. I just wanted to go out and ride some. From looking at the weather radar, it looked like the storm was a lot farther off than what it was. But we were only out and about a half hour. So it caught me. And this is going to be one of my New Year's resolutions too. One I'm going to keep. I'm going to get this stuff put into the house. You know, I'm going to concentrate on the house next year. And I'm going to reclaim my carport, my home, and my piece of property. That's going to be my focus. And maybe you'll let me know in the comments below the video what's going to be your focus in 2022. But never fear, the focus is undamaged. I mean, you know, it's already got dents, bumps, scratches, cracked windshield. Not a whole lot more can happen to her. She's battle tough. But I'm gonna go on in because now that front has come on through, it's gotten rather chilly out here. We probably lost another 8, 10 or more degrees. Lord, it might be down around 60 now. Who knows? You just have to wait and see when I get inside. So, I do want to say right now, I do hope all of y'all and everyone is safe, well, and happy with their friends and family, wherever you might be. Pray for those who are experiencing, yet again, another tremendous storm sweeping across our great nation here in the U.S. May we all be kept safe and protected. And God bless each and every one. So I see you on the next video. Goodbye for now. Woo, that was close. That was not my intention. Thank you, Father. I can feel you had my back. And I do appreciate that. As always. Calming down some now. I think maybe the worst is past. I have to check.